Hi, I'm Match's dating expert Hayley Quinn, and in this short video I'm going to be talking to you about how you can successfully flirt online even during this time of lockdown. Of course, first of all, I hope you are staying at home and staying safe, and just bear in mind that the tips that I'm going to give you today are really suitable for you to use at this time of social distancing. In fact, flirting online is a really important skill for you to develop. One of the main problems that people can have when they're dating is that they can find that they are constantly seen as the friend, or that their interactions online tend to lose a bit of that spark and that momentum. So by learning how to flirt more successfully online, it's all about clearly communicating what your intentions are to someone else and also keeping them really excited until the point where you get to meet one another in person. So before I continue, the important thing for you to remember is, of course, only flirt with people when that flirtation is reciprocated. These tips are not to be used when someone is not responsive to your messages, or perhaps they've clearly communicated that at this time they're not really happy talking to you. So when you are using flirtation, here are 3 simple ways that you can incorporate it into the messages that you're sending people online. So the first one is the most obvious one, but it's important to bring it up, which is, of course, paying your potential date a nice compliment. So again, your intentions are really clear. Sometimes it can feel a bit awkward paying compliments because you want to think, okay, I don't want to be creepy and I don't want to be too much, but I still want to be clear that I like this person. So how do I go about expressing that? One of my favorite pieces of advice here is actually to use words like, I find it really attractive how, but then attach it to somebody's personality. So rather than saying, I find it really attractive how you have gorgeous blonde hair, instead we're going to say, I find it really attractive how ambitious you are, or how funny you are. So our meaning is still clear, but instead we've made the compliment a bit nicer because it's about somebody's personality. The second tip that you can use is along similar lines. A lot of the time, to make your messages stand out more and to make them more flirtatious, it's simply about choosing different and more interesting language and words to use in your messages. So if you are chatting somebody online and you are thinking, oh gosh, I've got a work deadline I really should be getting back to, instead of saying, I'm sorry, I've got to go to work, if you instead say, I'm finding it hard to resist chatting to you, but I've really got to go back to work, or you're tempting me to chat to you all day, I'm having so much fun, but I should be getting back to work. So your meaning is the same, but because the words you've said are more flirtatious, they're more interesting, they're more playful, again, that message is going to be read in a more attractive, flirtatious, sparky way. The final really neat way that you can flirt, particularly during this time of social isolation, is that you can actually create a date suggestion, okay, that is imaginary right now because you're not going out, but that allows the other person to get an idea in their mind about what it would be like spending time with you. A really fun way to do this is, first of all, to look at what a person is interested in through reading their profile or looking at what's been coming up in the messages they've been sending to you, and then build a creative date suggestion around that. So your date suggestion, for instance, if they like sport, you could say, does this mean under normal circumstances you'd be dragging me to a yoga class on our first date? If someone says they like baking, you could maybe say, does this mean normally you'd be bringing cookies to our first date? So whilst you can't act on that date just now, by creatively and playfully suggesting the date and what it would be like in an imaginary, well, hopefully not too imaginary future that's coming up, it creates a really nice ability for you to flirt and communicate your intentions whilst you're messaging someone online. So of course, stay home, stay safe, but really enjoy at the same time building those flirtatious, sparky connections with people that you're chatting to online. I've been dating coach Hayley Quinn, and I'll be back on Match shortly with some more dating advice videos.